Hi Year 5, welcome to your Monday Reading for Pleasure time. We're going to once again take the next few pages of You Are Awesome and learn a little bit more about fixed mindsets and growth mindsets. The last thing we read on Friday was the fixed mindset and growth mindset thoughts and the difference between the two. Let's get a bit real, but only a tiny bit. Growth mindset is a big deal, massive, potentially world-changing. Will it stop global warming? Could it cure cancer? Well, yes, it might if the scientists working on global warming or cancer are in a growth mindset and don't give up until they find a solution. What we do know for sure, though, is that you definitely won't reach your potential if you don't even try. And even if you are not the Olympic champion at the end of all this, I wasn't. It turns out most of the population of China also had a table tennis in their garage and hadn't wasted quite as much time as I had on that haul to Australia. You'll be far, far better than when you started. The best you could possibly be. You'll probably be more confident, more willing to try new things and less frightened of looking stupid. And who wouldn't want that? So I think we're ready. No, not for the story about the bus to Bergen, Germany, not Bergen, Norway. They are 1,268 kilometres apart according to Google and Interpol, who had to come looking for me. But more on this later. I think we're ready for the next phase of our awesome mission, Stage 2. Let's get on with it. How do we actually get a growth mindset and change those mindset voices we hear in our heads? Over to you, the worry jar. What are the things you tend to worry about which might stop you from trying something new or hard? Can you write them down on some slips of paper? Then put the slips of paper in a worry jar. Any jam jar or pot will do. In a week's time, or even 2 weeks, look at the slips of paper again, maybe together with your mum and dad or friend, and see whether those worries still apply. Throw away any that don't. Then take a look at the ones that are still worrying you. Is there someone you can talk to about these? Chapter 3. Your fantastic, elastic and plastic brain. Some weird facts about your brain. One weird fact is that I can't ever actually type the word brain without making a mistake. I type Brian and have to correct it every single time. And who's Brian anyway? But back to the point. Your brain is more than 70% water. Being dehydrated affects your concentration and memory quick. Get some water. Your brain has about 100 billion neurons. There are around 100,000 miles of blood vessels in your brain. If you untangle them all, they'd stretch nearly halfway to the moon. The average person has about 60,000 thoughts every day. Your brain produces enough electricity to power a small light bulb. Symphoplasticin ganglion something is a scientific term for brain freeze. Try saying that with an ice cream headache, or even without an ice cream headache. But these facts are not even the most interesting things about the brain. There are some things even more amazing, staggering, and dare I say it, world-changing. This is relatively recent news, even for the neuroscientists out there. Perhaps one of them is called Brian. So we really are at the cutting edge of science here. The fact is, you can actually train your brain. Sort of take it to the gym if you like. Make it stronger and grow its capacity for learning new things. Getting in shape usually means one thing, right? Physical exercise. The body is really an incredible thing. We can train it to be super flexible or build for endurance sports like marathons. Physically, our bodies are fully adaptable. But it is also possible to customise your brain and get it in good shape. And fortunately, that doesn't involve spending hours in the gym. Your marvellous brain. Day after day, our brains are hard at work. They are mission control for every move we make, from blinking and breathing to walking and talking. Your brain might power down a bit at night, but even in sleep mode, it is processing information and making sense of it. But the brain is also a complex communication centre. It is made up of billions of pathways that deliver signals to our central nervous system, which controls all activities in the body. These are called neural signals. Their job is to fire up every time we think, feel, or do something. Some pathways are more active with signals than others. There are pathways in charge of basic functions that keep us alive, of course. But lots more are formed because we choose to do certain things. From playing the guitar to learning lines for a school play, neural pathways take shape to deliver the signals we need to get that particular job done. This means we can shape up our brain just like we can shape up our body. Think of it as a mental muscle. If we put the brain through a fitness program that helps to build neural pathways, we can mould it into something truly incredible. And the more we push ourselves, the more connections we make, and the stronger they become. Scientists have a name for this. Wait for it. It's called neuroplasticity. And we're going to leave it there. We'll learn a little bit more about neuroplasticity tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. See you there.